Hi everyone, Aaron here for Zollotech, and these are the AirPods Pro. They released today, and so I thought we'd unbox them, set them up, and take a look at how they compare with the AirPods second generation. Now these come in at $249. There are no color options, you only get white. So let's go ahead and unbox these. So we have this little pull tab here, and we'll just take off the wrapper. Now, Apple actually had quite a few of these in stock, which was pretty surprising. They had rows of them on the front counters when I went to the Apple store. So let's take the top off here. It says designed by Apple in California, which we expect. Let's see what we've got in the package here or in the literature. It's just telling you how to set it up and what's a little bit different. You've also got a warranty card and no stickers that I can see. Now the AirPods themselves come wrapped in this little wrapper here. Let's take this out. And it's almost like they stretched the AirPods case. So you'll see side by side, the case is almost the same, but they stretched it kind of horizontally. Now both of them use Lightning, so that works fine. And then if you have the wireless case or wireless charging option, the AirPods Pro charge wirelessly. The regular AirPods don't unless you have the same case. Now let's go ahead and open these up. We'll take a look at them in just a second, but let's see what else comes in the box. So it looks like these are the tips that you can use for your ears. There's different sizes. I think the ones on the AirPods Pro are a medium size. And then we have a Lightning to USB-C cable. So we still charge via Lightning, but we only have USB-C. Now you will need to have an iPhone Pro or something like that in order to use this, or a MacBook or an iPad Pro to charge these. So if you don't have the wireless charging option, you'll need a separate adapter to charge them on the wall. Now let's take a look at the AirPods Pro, and these should be more sweat resistant than the previous generation. They are IPX4 certified. Now I've got my phone here. Let's go ahead and open this up and we'll pair the AirPods Pro. There we go. You just pop it open, hit connect. It's that simple usually with pairing. Just takes a moment, and there we go. Now it says media control. Press once on either side of the AirPod to play, pause, or skip forward. You've got noise control and noise cancellation and transparency. So we'll take a closer look at that in just a moment. And then in Control Center, it's showing you how you can haptic press and get control of these. Now let's take a look at the AirPods themselves, and you'll see there's a little vent here. There's a vent on the bottom as well, and one on the outside. So these should help it feel like it's not plugging your ear most of the time. Then on the bottom, you have two charge contact points. They work in the case itself. And then this piece on the bottom is pressure sensitive, sort of like 3D Touch was before, but it's pressure sensitive. Just press and squeeze and it gives you different options, or your double click and pause and play and things like that. Now the case itself has those little contacts down at the bottom, so you get the idea, and then they fit in here like this. And then if you want to swap out the tips, you can do that. You just pop these off like this, and they just click in place. Now if you want to store those and not lose them, you can just store them on this little piece of cardboard they gave you, or put them somewhere else secure. Now the case itself has a little indicator as to whether it's charging or not. When you open it, it turns on to give you a little status. So green would mean it's fully charged. And then on the back, you've got this nice hinge along with a little button to pair it or reset, and then your little lightning port at the bottom. So it's very similar to what we had before with the AirPods 2 case. So pretty much the exact same thing with the wireless charging cases. Now, as far as the size is concerned, you'll see the two different AirPods here. So you get the idea. They are a little bit shorter as far as that stem, but they're about the same size and they go in your ear. So let's go ahead and put them in my ear and see how they sound and see what they can do. So that's one. And this tip may be a little bit too large or a little bit too small, but the great thing is you can check the fitment in your settings. So if you go in the iPhone and then you go to Bluetooth, go to your AirPods Pro. So under your AirPods Pro menu, you have a bunch of different options for noise cancellation, off, and transparency. Now, we want to do the ear tip fit test. So if we hit this, what it will do is actually send sound into my ears and then measure that sound with a microphone internally to hear what it sounds like and let you know if you have a good seal around your ear. I'm guessing that I'll need the smaller size. So I'll hit the button here and you'll see we'll hit continue, we'll hit play, and it's playing some music. It says it's a good seal. Now these do not sit inside your ear canals, they just push up against them. Let me try the noise cancellation. Or try transparency. Now I can hear myself speak a little bit. I actually sound pretty loud, but I can hear myself through my AirPods. So this is kind of interesting. I wish you could hear this because it's not like any EarPods I've had before or even over the ear noise cancellation headphones. So let me turn it off. And now it sounds like any typical sealing ear headphone would. It's kind of pushed up against my ear. I can't hear anything. I'll turn noise cancellation on. And with noise cancellation on, I didn't think it was on because I can kind of hear myself, but it doesn't feel like these are just stuck right in my ear. I wanted to try a different size tip. I'm going to try a little bit smaller one, and these just pop off of here. Now, these should be about $3 to replace. So if they get really dirty or you just lost one, you can replace them. So on the AirPod itself, we should just pull here and they come right off. Let's put the new one on. They just clip into place. So it holds really well. Let me try this one in my ear. And that one actually sounds like it seals a little bit better. I'm going to switch the other one as well. Now, I don't know if these look any more ridiculous than the regular AirPods do, but you get used to them pretty quickly. But let me listen to some music and see if it's actually better than the AirPods 2. For the price, it ought to be. So let me try that out. Now with these in my ear, I have this in transparency mode and I can hear myself speak. So if I 3D press or haptic press on the control center volume control and turn on noise cancellation, I can't hear myself really speak anymore. If I snap my fingers, I can't really hear it, but if I turn on transparency, I can actually hear it. So I don't know if I'm speaking too loud because I can't really hear myself, or I can turn it off altogether, and they just sound like they're sealed in your ear. They sound pretty terrible that way, but with the noise cancellation on, they're pretty good. Now I listened to 4 different songs. I listened to rap, some contemporary style music, as well as rock and another song as well. And I would say they sound very much like a HomePod. So if you've listened to a HomePod before, they have that sound to them where they're very crisp and accurate, but not overpowering as far as the bass is concerned. Compared to the AirPods 2, I've never really considered these anything great. They're just very, very convenient. So most of the time, I think I'm going to be using these AirPods Pro, and we can turn on the noise cancellation by clicking this. I find it easier to actually do that in the control center. I'll use this most of the time because if I press and hold, you'll see it switch to off. Press and hold again, it switches back to transparency. And then you can double click to go to the next track and things like that. So it's actually playing right now. Let me stop it. And I think these are really, really nice. I don't know if they're worth the price, but they're definitely very nice in the ears. Now the AirPods Pro do support messages with Siri. So if you're on your iPhone and you go to settings, then you go down to Siri and search, and then you go to announce messages, you'll have the option to use announce messages with Siri. So that'll be really nice. And then of course you can pair these with multiple devices. So you can use your AirPods Pro with AirPods and someone can listen in on a plane. I have a separate video showing you how to do all of that if you're interested in doing that. Now, the nice thing is they should last for about 5 hours as far as listening goes. You've got 4.5 hours or so with noise cancellation, and then this case gives them an additional 24 hours total of listening. So I think they sound really good. Whether or not you want to pick them up, of course, depends on budget and what you're looking for. But on a plane or something like that, finally, there's some very portable, convenient noise-canceling headphones. One of the problems I have on planes is the over-the-ear one. When you put your head up next to something, it's really hard to kind of sleep on something if you're on a long flight. So these kind of are flush with your ear and should be much more comfortable. But let me know what you think as far as the way they look. Now let me put the other one in my ear so you can compare. And now I've got both. So you'll see they stick out a little bit differently. They look a little bit different. It's going to be up to you whether or not you like the look. I don't think any of them look really good, any from Microsoft, Apple, Google, or any of those companies, but they're very functional. Now, I'll be using these to edit this video, so I'll have used them for much longer than just during this video, but I'll be using them for quite a while. So if there's anything specifically you want to know about them, let me know in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed already, though, please subscribe, and if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.